Okay, so this is a design. I saw something that caught my eye. It was a badly, of course, a badly designed AI image of like a tiger furry man. And I was like, I can do that, but 100 times better. I did not reference it really directly. I just referenced a couple of parts of the design that I liked, but mostly, I mean, it's pretty much entirely my own design. I love him. I wanted to make him Chinese, so his name is Hao Yu. And yeah, he's pretty cool. So I'm gonna line this tiger man. I'm gonna line him. I really love this scritchy liner. It makes me happy. I don't know. I'm gonna test it and see how well it does with thinner lines, because I would like to use some thinner lines for this design. It makes me happy to see a design like this come to life. I didn't really have to do so much troubleshooting with this one, because like I said, I referenced from an image that kind of gave me the inspiration. But maybe instead of talking about the design, I'll talk about why I hate AI. So I hate AI for lots of reasons. It takes jobs away from artists, mostly, and that's bad, But I think what's worse is that AI was supposed to be this kind of saving grace for us as human beings to, I don't know, let us be more creative and let us do more things that really define us as humans, because I think one of the things that defines us as human beings is that we can create. We can make things that are beautiful. We can make things that are terrible. We can make things, right? That's something that sets us apart from other animals, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's really a beautiful thing. And to have something like AI kind of just take that away from people is disheartening, to say the least. Now I know nothing can take the ability for me to create away from me. No one's gonna really do that. No one can take my creativity from me, but they can definitely try to make it as difficult as possible for me to express myself in the way that really feels authentic. So I think AI is dumb, essentially. Now, you can agree or disagree with me. I don't really care. I don't use AI tools. I don't use ChatGPT. I don't use anything that, I try not to use the Google AI stuff that they push on you. It's very hard to avoid AI in this day and time, because it's just like everywhere and unavoidable, and I really just don't like it. So if you guys want to hate on AI with me, please do so. Please, make fun of the AI and AI bros that are like, it's the future, because eventually if technology decides to, well, I don't think it would decide, but if technology one day becomes inaccessible to people, or we like have a technological fallout or something happens and we have to go back to using just paper and just like the good old days. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but if we have to go back to using just paper goods one day, and then what are the AI bros gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're gonna be like, where's my precious technology? Why didn't I learn how to use my skills when it was easy and accessible to learn? Because it's so easy. This is like practically the easiest time for anyone to learn any kind of skill. Art, so accessible. It's practically like ridiculous that people see artists doing work and they're like, oh, but I can barely draw a stick figure. Go learn. It's not that hard. Well, I mean, drawing is pretty difficult, but it's not that hard to learn the basics, to learn how to be creative every day, to learn those design skills, and to just learn how to be a human being who creates things and is really I don't know, obsessed with creating. It's not that hard. I promise, it's not hard. Anyways, more about this tiger, because why are we talking about things that I hate? Because I decided to, but that's okay. So more about this tiger. His name is Hao-Yu. I feel like he's got mob boss energy. I don't want him to be a mob boss. I just feel like he has that kind of powerful, like, very, ooh, what's that word? Very, I don't know. Powerful is just a good word for it. I don't know what to use other than powerful. But I feel like he's got a very powerful energy, and I like him a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna give him any lore, if I'm going to make him be full of lore or anything like that, but I am going to love on this design for a little while, just because it's a good design. I did a good job. I'm proud of myself. I went with more of like an anime-esque style here because I wanted to, and because it's fun, and I don't do anime-esque stuff very often. So this was like a good step in that direction, even if I am not really an anime artist, I guess. Lining this head is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But let me take you through the shape language that I used once I'm finished with this part. and I don't want to be silent for too long. I am trying my best to talk my way through this. This is my first time trying a technique for a video like this. I really enjoy it so far. I feel like I'm just rattling off my thoughts, being very funky and very much myself, and to be myself authentically on the internet is kind of scary, but hey, if I don't do it, you know, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it in the future. I will never be authentic. And I feel like not being authentic is somehow scarier than choosing to be authentic. We're almost there. Have a few more of these chunkier lines to get through here. And I can't forget his little goatee that I gave him. I love this. I don't love that. There we go. I want to talk about lines real quick. So lines, it doesn't really matter what brush you use. Lines are always going to be kind of stiff and not very flowy the first time you go over them, unless you are really, really good at lines. They're going to be very difficult to make like very picturesque, flowy lines the first time. Don't be afraid to go hit that undo button, and don't be afraid to change how your lines might look from your sketch. If you are lining, if you're just cleaning up your sketch, clean up the parts that make it muddy, make it uneasy to read, but keep the parts that make it look like very expressive, because that's really what you want. You want to keep the energy from your sketch, no matter if you're lining like I am, or if you are just kind of hashing your sketch. Okay, let's do a couple more lines here, and then I'll give you guys a chat about the shape language. Uh-oh. Okay. False alarm. I thought Clip Studio Paint was gonna crash. It does that sometimes. My computer is running very slowly these days, even if I have been cleaning it up. Occasionally it just kind of goes, no, I don't think I'm gonna work today. Which, fair. I feel like me as a human, I get that way too. And then one more hair up here. There we go. All right, let's see how these lines are doing. Excellent. They look very nice. They're looking super tight right now, which is nice. Maybe I should fix some of the wrinkles on the shirt. Yes, I should do that. I should tidy some of that up, but other than that, I'm feeling really good about the lines. Now let's look at the shape language of this design. So I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to turn these lines off, and I'm going to change my color to red. And I'm just going to use this G pen here and talk about the basic shapes. So I wanted his head to be very kind of unique. I have this circle, oval starting here, and a square kind of trapezoid. That's not a square, that's like a trapezoid shape here. And his ears, I feel like this head is a little bit weird. Oh, my eraser is tiny. There we go. I wanted his ears to be very, what is this? Semicircular, kind of like oval-ish in that semicircular part, right? His chin is also kind of a trapezoid shape. I really like that trapezoid shape when I'm drawing animals or furries or any kind of like thing with a snout. I love the trapezoid or rhombus shapes. He is definitely Dorito shaped here. I went all the way with the Dorito. I gave him a small waist. I gave him a big chest, big shoulders. I wanted to do this because that's what I was referencing from, kind of a Dorito shape. I don't usually do Dorito shaped men, or I don't usually draw Dorito shaped men, but I felt like it was fun this time. I gave him a very cylindrical waist, so cylindrical. And his legs are also very cylindrical here. I usually stylize my legs more, but I feel like I wanted him to be very animalistic in the head area and very human in the rest of his body. Sometimes with furries, that's not a thing people do. Sometimes people make their furries very animalistic all the way around and keep some of the human features. Sometimes people make them more human with only a little bit of animal in the face. So really just depends. And here we're drawing boxes. Yes, we're drawing boxes for the arms. Boxes. And I made his hands smaller because I wanted to. That's it. I wanted to make his hands smaller, and that's what I did. So here we go. We have more boxes here. And his neck is kind of thin. He's kind of got a thinner neck. That's okay. Let me take a look at this shape language right here to see if I like it. Yeah, I do. I actually really like the shape language that's going on here. I feel like he has a very clear silhouette. This makes him stand out pretty well. He has an appropriately sized head. Sometimes I give my characters way too much head. Like, Oh, that sounded bad. I give my characters really big heads sometimes. Sometimes it's on purpose. Sometimes it's just me being silly. So I'm gonna go back to lining. Gonna choose black again. I used to have this thing where I lined in like really dark green. It was because I watched Mob Psycho 100 and everything was lined in dark green in that show, and I wanted to emulate it so bad because I loved the way it looked. But now I have gone back to black, to lining only in black. Not that I don't like lining in other colors, I do, but it's just that I prefer my lines to be extra stable, like extra strong these days. That is just what makes me happy as an artist. That's what makes me happy. Also, I'm sorry for the audio quality. I used to have a microphone when I lived in the States, and I don't have that anymore, obviously, because I live in Chile and I didn't bring my microphone with me. So I'm just gonna have to buy a new microphone. I want to buy a nice microphone this time because the other microphone that I had was like $20 and it worked, but it didn't work very well. Right now I'm just using the computer microphone, which is really bad. It's just not good. I had to look up a video on how to improve my audio quality on OBS, and luckily that helped just a little bit, but it didn't help that much because my computer just has a crappy microphone. So we're going to see in the future if I can afford a brand new microphone. I've always wanted to get like a fancy one, like one of the Yetis, one of the blue Yetis. That's always been my dream, just because I'm a singer and I always want to sing on a really nice quality microphone. But I don't know. We'll see. They're like $100 to $200 a piece. That's not really within my current budget. But I'm sure there are some good budget microphones out there. If you guys have any suggestions on what kind of mic to buy, I would love to hear them. Love to hear your suggestions. That would make me happy. Okay, so we're kind of getting into the nitty-gritty of the design here with the lines. Sometimes I like to keep my sketches very loose. Luckily, this sketch is not super loose, because when I'm doing character designs, I prefer to keep my sketches kind of tight, even for designs that I know I'm going to change. This is because I have really bad vision. I can't see very well, and so if my sketches are really muddy, I just can't replicate the design in the lines, and it comes out looking wonky. So I just decided way back when, I have no idea when, exactly. But I just decided sometime that I was gonna keep my character design sketches very, very tight. I really like to draw hands for the most part. Hands are pretty cool. I feel like some days my hand drawing ability is there, and some days I just don't know where it went. Like today, I feel pretty good about my hands. They're okay. Not great, not 100%, but I feel like they're good. But some days, oof, oof. Some days it's just bad. It's bad. I feel like YouTubers have to really master the art of talking to themselves. I have already mastered this art, being autistic and talking to myself all the time. But this is weird, just kind of talking to my screen. Not gonna lie, it's weird. Not that I'm not enjoying it. Ooh, I get a call. Being here in Chile, you get a lot of spam calls, just like being in the US, where you get a lot of spam calls. How are these lines looking? Ooh, I love them. I really like how they're looking right now. My neighbors are listening to very loud Mexican music outside. They've been listening to very loud Mexican music all day, and I love it. It makes me really happy. In case you guys didn't know, I am Chicano. I am Mexican American. I don't know if I want to make this thinner. No, I think I like it thick like that. Usually they'd be listening to like reggaeton or cumbia, but right now it's not reggaeton or cumbia, so I'm pleasantly surprised. I say that now, I'm gonna jinx myself into having to listen to reggaeton or cumbia from my neighbors later. It's gonna be great. Okay. And after I start coloring, I'm gonna add details to this drawing, details to the clothing and whatnot. I don't really like to add those when I'm lining because I feel like I'm going to want to change it later on. And when I'm lining, I feel like these lines are going to be permanent, you know? These lines are, I'm sticking with these lines. They are going to be the bread and butter of this drawing for right now, at least. Clip Studio is auto-saving for me, that's nice. I don't remember setting that up, but it's nice that it's doing it because oftentimes when I get into the zone I forget to save, and we all know how that ends. Very, very badly. There we go. This is not my own brush. I got this brush from the Clip Studio Assets library. Some lovely human that was not me made this brush. And I love it. I don't remember where I was going with this point. Ah, yes. And the stabilization on this brush is probably turned up way high. My lines are not this crispy out of the box. If there were no stabilizer on, we'd be having a lot more trouble. I'm having to resist the urge to sing. Doing this with no music is so weird. This video is gonna end up being like an hour long of me just talking. I'm gonna add music. I'm going to add music, I promise, but right now, just listening to the sound of my own voice, it's kind of creepy. It's creeping me out. Just a little bit. Here I'm gonna add this nice feature. No. I want them to... yeah, there we go. Let's check on these lines. Very nice. They're actually looking quite scrumptious. I really like these lines. There's something happening here that I don't like, but that's okay. I fixed it. Let's see. The lines come in from outside of his wrist, meaning that the lines, the lines would go, no, they go down. This is why 3D art is hard for me, because whenever you get to the texture wrapping part, it's like a 3D puzzle. I'm horrible at them. I'm horrible at texture wrapping. Maybe I would be better at it if I tried harder. But I don't want to try harder. It's scary. It's so scary. Let's see, let's add some zipper right here. It doesn't have a zipper in the sketch. Alright, I'm getting close to adding that coat. Let's work on this tail right now. These are very nice lines for my tail here. From my sketch. I'm very scared to mess them up. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. I also have to look up pictures of tiger tails and see how they are, because right now I have no idea how the stripes go on tiger tails. Yes, I did reference a tiger while I was drawing this. 100% I did, but I was looking mostly at the face, not the tail. And that is going to bother me. I'm going to draw a different line. No. No. Yes. It is so windy outside. The wind sounds like a ghost. Oh god. I'm not doing well with this jacket. Organic forms, so easy. So easy to draw organic forms. But anything inorganic, oof. Like buildings? Why do people like drawing buildings? I'm sorry, architects. All architects, I'm sorry. Why do you enjoy that? Sounds like absolute hell for me. Oh no. This video is also going to be available as just a regular time lapse, but I decided to be crazy today and make something long format. Even though I talked all day yesterday, I was teaching all day yesterday and talking all day. But hey, this is fun. This is not teaching. Thank God. Because I needed a break. My teaching schedule is all kinds of weird. So strange. And you may hear the chicken. One of my neighbors has a chicken. I'm so sorry if you do hear the chicken. I'm so sorry. When I have a microphone set up, maybe the chicken will not be heard. Oh goodness. Oh chicken, why are you so loud? Singing my chicken song. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, I totally was gonna draw a zipper here, and then I forgot in the sketch. In the sketch, I was going to draw a zipper. What should the zipper look like? I have no idea. I'm just gonna draw a basic little zipper here. Maybe a long, big zipper. What is the Chinese zodiac year this year? It's the year of the snake, right? The wood snake. I am an ox. I was born in 97. So that makes me an ox. My husband is a pig. Cute little pig. I don't know if I want to keep that seam. think I want to make the seam smaller. I mean, not the seam, the hem. The hem of the jacket, and this doesn't make any sense. This literally doesn't make any sense. See, this is what you have to worry about when you're sketching and you're lining, because that makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. It should be, wait. I can't believe I didn't notice that. It should be like this. Oh, oof. I almost didn't notice. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Okay. Let's see how Mr. Tiggy Waggy is doing. How are these lines? Oh, they are crisp. Crispy lines. Wow. Didn't know they could be so crisp. All right. Well, that's where we're gonna end off for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these crispy lines. I'm going to look up a reference for this tail. I had so much fun. This design is really fun. And yeah. Anyways, bye for now.